Hey everybody, how's it going this evening? Welcome, come on in. Let me know you guys are watching from. Let me know where you are watching from. If you don't know who I am, my name is Steven. I am a former 9 to 5 retail worker, and I am also a former gig worker as well. So I used to be those things, and I have since then invested myself in the online digital product business that I didn't have to create. And now I teach other 9 to 5 and gig workers how to make passive income working 2 hours a day from their phone. So again, let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, USA. So let me know where you guys are watching from. Now today's subject, I wanted to talk about this, and it really hits home. It definitely hit home for me when I first heard about it. But why working hard at a 9 to 5 job will never make you rich? I'll say it again. Why working hard at a 9 to 5 job will never make you rich. And I'll explain the 3 reasons why. I want to explain the 3 reasons why. For one, at a 9 to 5, somebody else decides your worth. You trade time for money, and there's only so much time in a day. And you guys, there's only 24 hours in a day. Only 24 hours in a day. You could give your job everything you have. Your time, your energy, and your life. But guess what? But your paycheck still has a ceiling. Your paycheck is capped because that's all your employer is going to give you. The second reason is you're building their dream, not yours. Every ounce of effort you put in at work, every sale, every customer served, every report written increases your employer's wealth, not yours. You're building their empire while they pay you just enough to keep showing up and survive. Make it make sense now. Now, the third reason is time is not scalable. You can't duplicate yourself. You can't, if you stop working, the income stops. True wealth comes from systems, you guys. Automation and ownership. Things that make money even when you don't show up. Come on now, make it make sense. The fourth reason is tax favor business owners, not employees. Employers get taxed first, then spend what's left. Let me rephrase that. Employees get taxed first and then spend what's left. Make it make sense. And then business owners they spend first and then get taxed on what's left. Same country, completely different rules, right? Completely different rules. What do you like to do? I don't know what you mean by that, Estelle Bell. Yeah, I'm here to talk about business. We don't do anything for fun over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say this while I'm thinking about this. Um, if you're just here to scroll and you're looking for entertainment, this live stream is not for you. It is not for you. All right. My goal here is to serve people and give people value and educate people on how to be their own boss and make a passive income from their phone. Okay? I'm here for people who are serious about changing their life, the ones who are tired of clocking in and clocking out every day, tired of trading their time for money, and ready to learn the skills to build something real, something of their own, and eventually be able to leave your 9 to 5 job for good, right? I'm also talking to those who are sick and tired of having strangers in their cars, driving for miles up and down these highways and streets, right? Doing Uber, Lyft, doing food deliveries with DoorDash and Instacart, getting grocery deliveries and picking up people's lunches and dinners at restaurants and carrying them up 3 and 4 flights of stairs, right? Now, we all know good and darn well everybody on here is not in the shape to be climbing up and down stairs, right? You know, I was that way, myself included. You know, when I was doing that stuff, I was always out of breath every time I had to go climb stairs to deliver food to people. It was crazy. So, you know, if you're working on a 5 job right now, I was right there. I was right there where you are right now. If you do Uber and DoorDash or Lyft, you know, I was right there where you are. I was that person before I found the business that I have right now. So anyway, you know, if you're tired of doing that, you know, you deserve better. You don't have to settle for where you are. So again, if you're looking for entertainment here, you're not going to find it here. There are plenty of other live streams here on YouTube where you can go and get entertained. You can laugh, you can joke around, you can leave crazy comments, but here we're here to educate people. I'm here to educate people. So we're going to be respectful in this life. If you're disrespectful, or if you're disrespecting others and being disruptive, that's not going to be tolerated here. You will be hidden from this channel. I just want to make myself clear on that, right? I want real people here, real people ready to work smarter, not harder. So if that's you, engage, comment, and stay locked in. Everybody else, you can just scroll on. Okay? We are here to build future business owners. So let's be real, you guys. Every single month you work hard, right? You get that paycheck, right? And before the weekend's even over, it's gone, right? You pay your rent, you pay your bills. Hey, you occasionally get that Starbucks, right? In the morning. Maybe even order something off Amazon or watch Netflix after work. And you tell yourself this: I deserve this. And guess what? You absolutely do. You really do. But here's what most people don't realize: all those things, all that money, it's gone forever and it never comes back. You are basically working your butt off to fund other people's empires like Netflix, Starbucks, Walmart, Target, um, Sheen, you know, that's a women's clothing, you know, Amazon. Guess what? All these corporations, all these companies, they're getting richer while you're just barely surviving and getting by. Make it make sense. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm reading your comment. Cannot pronounce your name, but you know who you are. Whatever you're trying to say. Whatever you're trying to say. Anyway. So yeah, you know, these companies are making billions of dollars off of you while you're just barely getting by and surviving, right? Put a one in the chat if this is making sense to you. Put a 2 in the chat if this is not making sense to you. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. Thank you, whoever liked this live stream. Thank you. We appreciate the likes here. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. On this live stream, I don't care about views. I don't care about likes. I just care about giving people value and giving people the message and talking to those who actually gets it. That's what I'm here for. I don't care about views and all that stuff. Okay? Now, imagine this for a second. What if you took that same $100 or $200 you spend every month on things that disappear, right? And put it towards something that can build your future, something that can get you reoccurring income every single day, right? You could literally learn the skills to run a bag from your phone daily, making passive income in your sleep. But see, most of us, and myself included, I did this for 12 years. I did active income. Does anybody know what active income is? Does anyone know what active income is? No? Hello? Active income is when you're working. You have to be at a physical location performing your workly duties. That's active income. If you're not at work doing the work, you're not getting paid. You have to actually be there on site. That is called active income when you're clocked into somebody else's business, or when you're clocked in on an app doing food deliveries or giving rides or giving some kind of service. That is active income, but you're actually doing physical labor. So the difference is, you know, there's a difference between that and passive income. I'm going to explain the passive income. Does anybody know what passive income is? Does anyone know what passive income is? Can anybody tell me? Hello? Yeah, passive income is when you make money in your sleep. You know, you do the work one time, and guess what? Your automated system works for you 24/7, even when you're not around it. You know, you're spending time with your significant other. You're spending time with your kids. You're out, enjoying life. And guess what? You just made a sale on your phone. You just got a ding on your phone while you were sleeping, while you were taking a shower, while you were cooking dinner in the kitchen, while you're doing laundry, while you're cutting the grass. You just made a sale on your phone. Guess what? That's passive income. Because you do the work one time, and then your automated system does the rest of the work for you. That's passive income. All right. Something that that can give you time and freedom back, not just on the weekends, right? Because here's the truth, you guys: wealth doesn't come from working harder. It comes from learning how to make money work for you, right? And guess what, you guys? I used to be that person. I used to be just like you. I'm nobody special. I was a 9 to 5 worker for 12 years. And I also did gig work for 4 months. You know, I did that 9 to 5 work for 12 years. I work retail. I'm actually a former Walmart employee. I worked for one of these billion-dollar corporations for 12 years. And I would clock in and out every day, exhausted and and disgusted. And I thought the only way to make more money was to work more hours. I used to work 40 plus hours. But as stressful as it was, I thought it was safe. Oh boy, though, I couldn't have been more wrong, because I got a rude wake up call in 2022. After 12 years of working for the company, I lost my job. I got fired. I did not have a backup plan or anything, and that was a crazy mistake on my part. And I was just like most of you. I only had one source of income, one stream of income. This day and age, in 2025 and in 2026 coming, you need to have more than one stream of income, more than one income source. Because having one income and then you're working a job, guess what? That could be taken away from you. It could be taken away from you just like that. When somebody else decides to take your job and stuff away from you, your income also disappears right along with it. So that's dangerous, you guys. It's important to have more than one stream of income. So even if you have a 9 to 5, don't be like me. Don't wait until you get let go from your job or laid off to finally do something. Have a backup plan, you guys. Have a backup plan. That's very important. Very, very important. So after I lost my job, after a couple months, then I started doing gig work. I did that for 4 months, and then I got tired of it. I'm like, you know what? This is no different than a 9 to 5 job. Because if I'm not clocked into the apps, guess what? And doing these deliveries or giving people rides, guess what? I'm not making money. And guess what? Being a delivery driver and giving rides to people, that's a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. And you are responsible for the maintenance and gas in your vehicle as a gig worker. And that's what they don't tell you. So, I was over that. So, I started doing online research, and I started looking for other ways to make money online. And did my research for the next year and a half. I did it for the next year and a half. And then I looked at Amazon FBA, and I looked at affiliate marketing, and drop shipping. But guess what? You know, Amazon FBA and drop shipping, those have monthly fees. And the reason is because you have to pay for inventory. You have to pay for overhead. It's a lot of overhead. You have to pay the people that's handling your merchandise inside the warehouse. No, they're doing all the heavy lifting. you got to pay for that stuff, and that's month to month. But I was really looking for a business on here online where I only had to invest in myself one time, where I could have reoccurring income without no monthly expenses, and that's what I was really looking for. So I kept next year and a half. I kept looking, and I kept looking, and in March of 2024, I was scrolling on TikTok just like millions of other people do. Honestly, that day I wasn't really even thinking of it. I was just scrolling on TikTok, just wasting time like many people do. And then I came across this older country gentleman. He's, I think he's like in Arkansas or some place like that. But yeah, he's a person who I joined the program through that I'm with, the business that I'm with now. So yeah, he says, if you just lost your job, if you're sick and tired of struggling, you don't like that toxic boss that you're working for, hey, you can work 2 hours a day from home and be your own boss. I'm like, what? That's what I was thinking to myself. And I stopped dead in my tracks because I was fixing to scroll to the next page. I stopped dead in my tracks. And I leaned in and I listened to him. So he was just talking about this, and I'm like, okay. So for the next 5 days, I was watching him for 5 days. And then after that, I made my decision. Guess what? I decided to lock in. I was like, you know what? This is exactly what I was looking for. I was scared. I ain't gonna wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared because I've never purchased an online business before. So, I was scared, but I did it anyway because I knew in my heart I didn't want to have to go back and work for somebody else, especially after giving 12 years of my life to a company that didn't give a darn about me. And then doing gig work, those apps, they don't care about you either. And guess what? They can deactivate your account whenever they decide to, whenever they feel like it. You know, and so I knew from that point forward I didn't want to put my life in anybody else's hands again. So, yes, I made an investment myself. I invested $300 into myself. And from there, I started to learn the skills and I started to lock in and plug in. So, and then when I learned how to build an online business for myself, work 2 hours a day, that's when everything started to change. And that's why I'm here tonight on this live, to wake up that part of you that knows that there is more to life than your next paycheck. Oh, let's see who's all here. Okay, I don't see any new comments. Okay, I see two people. Welcome, whoever's watching, welcome. If you don't know who I am, my name is Steven. I am a online business coach. I used to be a 9 to 5 retail worker. I worked retail for 12 years, and then I did gig work, deliveries, and rides and stuff for 4 months. So, and now I help others 9 to 5 workers and gig workers learn the same skills that I've learned. So if that's you, you're in the right place. And also, if you're new here, I encourage you. I definitely invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do live streams around this time, 6 days a week. I take Sundays off. So, and let's connect. I love to get to know you, and I love for you to get to know me. So, let's connect. If you want to connect with me, you can go to the link in my pinned comments, legacywithsteven.com. You'll go there. You'll put in your short details. Each email that you'll receive from me, you'll get my phone number, and you can call and ask me questions or anything, And you'll also get a free PDF copy blueprint in your first email from me, explaining more about the business that I do. So let's connect. I'd love to get to know you. Okay. So you guys, what's crazy? What's really crazy? Most people spend more money in one weekend than it would take to start their own online business, right? But guess what? They won't think twice about Starbucks, weekly, Netflix, Amazon, eating out, a $5 coffee here, $12 to $15 lunch there, spending $50 to $200 eating out at dinners like Cheesecake Factory or the Olive Garden, or or Carrabba's, or even Red Lobster. They won't even think twice about those. And guess what? Most of you guys don't even think twice about spending a $100 to $300 on concert tickets, right? To go see Beyonce, to go see Lil Wayne, to go see Dolly Parton, right? To make it make sense. To go see Rihanna, you know, see Usher in concert, right? And guess what? That's your business right there. The $100 to $300 I'm talking about, that's the cost of the business that you could have, where you can make anywhere from $100 to $300 a day in passive income if you took the time to learn the skills. That's a business money right there. But people spend money on stuff and that will never receive a return investment on. And guess what? They'll scream at the top of their lungs at these concerts. And guess for somebody that they'll probably will never meet in person. Usually 94% of the time you'll never meet that celebrity in person. It's very few people who actually meet celebrities, and if they do, then they're heavily guarded by security and bodyguards. But that's not the point. The point is, for most people, you're not broke. You're just funding somebody else's dreams and visions, right? Right? You're just funding somebody else's dreams. And face it, anytime you go to that concert, you're making somebody else more wealthy. You're making whoever that celebrity singer is, you're making them more wealthy. Beyonce and her family, they're good to go. Her children, her grandchildren, great great grandchildren, they're good to go for generations to come. They're good to go. My question to you is, what about your family? What about your kids? Your kids and grandchildren don't even have a college. They don't even have money for a college fund. Come on now, hello. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So you have to ask yourself this question, you guys. What would happen if I invested that same money into myself, into my family? Because let's be real. Let's be real. Netflix isn't going to give you passive income. Starbucks isn't going to pay your rent. Right? Right? Amazon isn't going to retire you. But the skills that you build for yourself, those will feed you for life. Let me ask you this question. If you were to lose that cell phone that you're holding in your hand or whatever, that you're looking at this live stream with, or if somehow it got damaged or broken, you would go into panic mode, right? Am I right about it? You would literally go into panic mode. You'd be racing somewhere down to the store, pulling out your card, or going online and getting you grabbing you that brand new iPhone 13 or 17 Pro Max. That's the latest one. Without even thinking twice about it, right? You'd even put that joker on a payment plan, would you? You know you would. You would literally put that new cell phone on a payment plan without no hesitation, because guess what? You need that phone, right? You rely on it every single day. But here's the part that blows my mind. The business that I'm talking about, the same one that changed my life, it costs less than that cell phone you would gladly go and finance. And the difference is that brand new cell phone, the iPhone 17 Pro Max, it will cost you money every single month. But this business, you can make money from that same phone you're already using. Now, I want to be very clear about something. I am not here to sell anybody anything. I am not begging for anybody for anything. Look, I'm not begging anybody to learn the skills and make passive income from their phone. If you like working that job, you like trading time for money, you like making your boss more wealthy, hello? If you like giving people rides in your car, putting strangers into your vehicle, driving them up and down these highways and streets for miles at a time, if you like carrying somebody's lunch and dinner and groceries up flights of stairs, if you enjoy doing that, hey, if you like it, I love it. Again, if you like it, I love it. This live stream is not for you. I am talking to people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this again. This live stream is not for everybody. It's for my people. I am talking specifically to my group of people. My people who are 9 to 5 workers, my people who are gig workers, who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're broke, busted, and disgusted, and they are frustrated, and you are frustrated. And you had it about up to the top of your head with whatever you're going through as far as working for somebody else and doing that gig job. But I'm here to let you know that there's a way out of it. So those are the people that I'm talking to. So if you like working for a boss or working for somebody else, then go ahead and scroll away. This live stream is not for you. This live stream is not for you. Again, I'm not here for entertainment. I'm not here to make you laugh. I'm here to give you value and educate you and let you know that there's a way out of your situation that you can get out of. But hey, if that's you, lock in. Everybody else, you can scroll away. Okay? So, and you know what, you guys? I get it when people scroll away the moment when I say the word investment. And yes, you're going to have to make some kind of investment. You're going to have to make some kind of investment if you want a business. No business is free. I don't care what it is. Let's say, for example, if you want to open up a clothing store, if you want to open up an electronics shop, right? If you want to open up a restaurant, it's going to cost you. They're going to cost you anywhere from what, $3,000 to $20,000 just to open up, because you have to rent the space or you have to build the building itself, and then you got to fill it up with everything that makes it what it is, right? Make it make sense. Oh yeah, I'm hitting some nerves. Some people scrolled away, but that's all right. I know I'm hitting some nerves, but look, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to educate you. You know, it's gonna cost you. If you're, let's say, for example, for a restaurant, you got to fill that thing up with furniture. You got to paint the walls. You got to put new flooring in there. You got to put those appliances in that kitchen. You got to buy pots and pans and china and whatever. Everything that makes a restaurant what it is. And guess what? All this before you even open it for business to even sell plates of food to people. So, but the business that I'm talking about, it costs less than the cell phone that you're holding in your hand right now, that you're looking at this with. It costs less than that. But the moment I say investment, people scroll away because they automatically assume that any kind of business is a scam or pyramid scheme. You know, let me ask you this. Is Amazon a pyramid scheme? Hello? Hello? Is Temu, is that a pyramid scheme? Is Walmart a pyramid scheme? Hello, let's keep it real here. Is Target a pyramid scheme? Of course not, because you trust and you know those businesses. You wouldn't think for a minute to spend money at those places. Let me ask you this: is your light bill, is that a pyramid scheme? Nope, it sure isn't. And you wouldn't hesitate to pay that, because if you didn't pay your light bill, your lights would be turned off, right? Your lights will be literally be turned off, and your water. And let me also ask you this: is your cable and Wi-Fi, is that a pyramid scheme? Of course not. If you didn't pay those bills, they would be turned off, wouldn't they? See, again, like I said, we don't think everything else is a pyramid scheme, but when it comes to an online business where you can work for yourself and be your own boss, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. You know why? You know why you think that is? Because that's what you've been taught from the time that you were a little kid. That any kind of business for yourself is a scam. See, I see people are scrolling away, but that's all right. I'm hitting some nerves tonight, and that's all right. People ain't ready to hear that. I get it. I was just like you guys a few years ago, just 3 years ago. If you told me about an online business, I would have called you a bald-faced liar. I really would have. I would have called you a bald-faced liar. But see, it took me to lose my job. That was my main initial wake-up call, was losing my job. And that's what made me try to look for other options. I tried DoorDash and Uber, but guess what? I've quickly realized that doing gig work, I was still an employee. And now after that, I was like, no, no, no more working for somebody else. I need to work for me. And a year and a half later, that's when I discovered this business that I have right now, where you can work 2 hours a day from your cell phone. If you're willing to be coachable and implement the strategies that we teach you in our program, and you're willing to be consistent. But that's up to you. You can stay broke, busted, and disgusted and complain about not being paid, or you can learn the skill for yourself and make passive income. And you can learn the skills and eventually kick your 9 to 5 to the curb, right? You know, but yeah, again, you guys, I was taught to be just like you, most of you. I was taught to be a consumer, not an investor. Most 9 to 5 workers, we were trained to spend money, not to multiply it. We were taught how to make just enough money to pay bills, pay taxes, buy gas, and do it all over again the next week, right? But no one has ever taught us how to make our money work for us, right? We've been told the safest thing to do is to go to school, get good grades, graduate high school, go to college, get into student loan debt, and then depend on that paycheck at our 9 to 5 jobs that we absolutely do not like. But guess what, you guys? We've seen what's been happening on the news very recently. Party City went out of business, right? Amazon has laid off, in their 30 years in business. Jeff Bezos and his 30 years of operation don't laid off, 30,000 employees. That's crazy. UPS has even laid off workers, right? Even government jobs have been cut and affected. So let's be real, you guys. The real danger is not in investing in yourself in a business. The real danger is staying a consumer for the rest of your life, watching everybody else take that calculated risk while you trade your time for money for a false sense of security. Let me tell you something. At a 9 to 5 job, there is no security. There is no security. When I worked that job for 12 years, I thought it was total security. I thought it was total security, but I couldn't have been more wrong. And that's what I'm here to tell you. Don't be like me. Don't wait till you get fired or something happens to finally do something about your situation. You can have a backup plan now. You can have a plan B. You can have something lined up for yourself. Don't just depend on one stream of income. You should have more than one stream of income in 2025 and in 2026 coming. Because guess what, you guys? Everything is going digital, whether we like it or not. Whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not, everything is going digital. Everything. And a lot of these companies now, the reason why they're laying off so many people, because a lot of these companies are starting to implement more digital products like AI and Chat GPT. Now these companies only want certain people who are qualified to manage AI and Chat GPTs within their corporations. And guess what? And they will keep these small groups of people. But guess what? Everybody else at that company, they're useless. They're going to lay everybody else off of that job. And I hate to tell you this, you guys, but some of you that are watching this live stream right now, some of you that are watching this live stream, I don't care if you're watching this in the replay, but some of you could be on a chopping block at your job right now, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Your managers or the CEO of your company, they could be in the back office somewhere having a conference call. They're talking about how they're going to lay you all off, and you don't even know it. That's what I'm telling you guys. Don't wait till something happens to finally have something for yourself. Have a backup plan today. Have something today. Okay? And the sad thing is the majority of people out here in society, they will never invest in themselves because they think this or any other type of business is a scam, because society has taught them to believe that having an online business is a scam. And that's why you only see a small handful of people out here who are successful business owners, rather it be a brick and mortar business or a online business, because you know why? Because these handful of individuals got out of their comfort zone and took a calculated risk. And that's why they are successful. And this is why most 9 to 5 workers are living from paycheck to paycheck and that are broke, busted, and disgusted. The point I'm trying to make here is a 9 to 5 job will never, ever make you rich. It is designed to pay you just enough so you can survive and come back and slave away and trade more time for another 2 weeks before getting paid again. Come on now, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So opportunity where you can invest one time where you don't have to put anything down today, you guys. You don't have to put anything down today. And I'm going to show you exactly what I have to offer here. But I'm showing this to you not to sell you anything, but to show you an opportunity. If you're tired of where you are and you're looking for a way out, some of you guys have been praying for a way out because you've been depressed, because you've been unhappy about how you've been surviving all this time. And you've been deeply dreaming about how to be a business owner somehow without working so hard. You know, and there's a way out. And I'm going to show it to you. But you know, you need to get out of the mindset of being poor. Do you guys know what being poor means? Put a 1 in the chat if you know. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what being poor means. I'll put a 2 in the chat if you don't know what being poor means. Does anybody know? Being poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. I'm going to repeat it again. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. Right? You know, a lot of people pray about, finding some kind of way out of their situation. They pray about change, but when the opportunities put right in front of them, they pass right on over it. Now I just had what, 23 people in here. And when I started talking about this, a lot of you guys just scrolled away. But you know why? Because you're passing over opportunities repeatedly. See, the sad thing is we've all been taught to be consumers. We've all been taught to sit on the sidelines and be spectators, not action takers. Because guess what? Action takers are the money makers. Those are the ones who be successful because they decide to take action. Now, opportunity I'm talking about today is called the Legacy Builders Program. These are e-learning digital products where you can make 100% profit that goes straight to you and not anybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. Give me a second. Let me drink some of my coffee here. Excuse me. So you guys, if you want to learn more about what I have to offer in this business, if you want to get connected with me, so what you're going to do, you're going to go right here or whatever you're going to do. You're going to go to my pinned comments where it says Legacy with Steven. LegacyWithSteven.com. The LegacyWithSteven.com. This pinned comment is going to take you straight here. So what you're going to do, you're going to either tap on my face or my channel name picture, and it's going to, you can go, you can go straight, you can tap on my link directly in the pinned comments, and it's going to take you straight here. So what you're going to do, you're going to put in your first name and your email and click that button. Now it's going to be slightly different on your phone. The layout will be slightly different, but this is a desktop or laptop version I'm showing you. But if you're looking at this live stream on your desktop or laptop, it's going to look exactly like this. So what you'll do is you'll put in your first name and your email, and you'll be connected with me. And you're going to see a video. Let's see. So you'll see a video, and you will immediately get your free PDF copy email from me. So you're going to see this video right here. you're going to see this free video right here of our mentor, Miss Michelle O'Neill. And she's going to explain everything.
2.0. I'm excited for you. My name is Michelle O'Neill, and I'm actually the founder of the Legacy Builders program. And I just want to share with you why. Why did I create this? And what is the long term vision with this program?
You know, this is my mentor, Miss Michelle O'Neill. She's a mother to 6 and a grandmother to 5, but she's going to explain everything about the program and everything that it has to offer. And 96% of your questions are going to be answered in this on this page. But the rest of the 4% questions you'll have after this, feel free to give me a call or you can text me. Again, each email that you'll receive from me is going to have my phone number, so you can reach out to me. But I'm going to tell you guys, there is no rush here. There is no rush here. You know, look at this very carefully, and you can decide for yourself if this is something that you want to do or not. So I want to explain a little bit about the programs that we have here. Now, Legacy Builds program, again, this is a program where you can make 100% profit, and you have these are done for you digital e-learning products, and you get master resale rights. So now the community that I'm a part of is the digital growth community, and we have 50,000+ members now, and in this business within 10 months timing has made $29 million. You know, and you can also launch your profit in 7 days with this business. You know, one customer puts you in profit mode. Members made their investment back and got their first customer within 7 days. Most members. So yeah, this business works. It really works. So, and you know, you can learn to get certified, and you can keep 100% of your profits. So now these are all the testimonials. If you're on my website, you can watch these are different people that have invested in ourselves in this community that I'm a part of. Different people. And of course, here's a little autobiography about me. You know, just read it. You know, a lot of stuff I'm talking about in this stuff I'm talking about in my live stream, you'll see this, you know, on my page right here. And you know, the beautiful thing about this is, you know, when you get this, because you'll get the exact same thing. You can add your own pictures and stuff and customize it to brand yourself, because you'll be branding you, and we're going to show you step by step on how to do that. It's more videos. And here's our mentor, Miss Michelle. She's going around to different places. We know we do weekly Zoom calls and all that stuff. So we get weekly videos and Zoom calls. You know, true mentorship in this program, because with this business, you got to have mentorship. Now, one thing about this, you guys, you will be in business for yourself, but you will not be in business by yourself. With this business, you'll always have help. And you know, and I'll help you the best of my abilities. I know I don't have all the answers, but I can teach you what I have learned so far. And if you ever need an additional help, there's 57,000 other people that can help you with your business. But again, you could become a licensed master reseller with a license. I actually have a license myself. Let me see if I can pull it up and show it to you. I can show it to you. Let's see if I can find it. Here we are. All right, so this is my license right here. This is my certificate of completion. I am a licensed master reseller, and you can get this exact same thing if you decide to join. You decide to lock in with me. So let me show you this. So let me scroll down here. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you who this business is for. Why this business is perfect for you. Instant access to your pre-built digital business and blueprint that's tested for success. Just plug in, connect, and start. You want to make extra income from home, but you don't know where to start. Your 9 to 5 doesn't provide financial security, and you need a better way. You want to work from anywhere using just your phone or laptop. Retirement is right around the corner, and you need a relatable income stream. You're a busy parent looking for a flexible family-friendly business. You've tried other opportunities but struggled to see real results. You want a step-by-step system that takes the guesswork out of an online business, right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you who this is not for. Sorry, but not for you. Who this is not for. People who expect guaranteed results without effort. If you're looking for overnight success without effort, this program isn't for you. Legacy building requires consistency, strategy, and long term thinking. If you're looking for a guarantee without doing the work, this isn't for you. This is not, and I repeat, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Those who those unwilling to take action, if you prefer to consume information without implementing it, this isn't a fit. The program is designed for action takers who apply what they have learned, right? People who don't want to be on video or create content. Content marketing is the core value of the system. If you refuse to create videos, a core part of the system, basically the same thing. But if you refuse to create videos, share ideas, or build a brand, you will struggle with the approach. Those who are not coachable or teachable. If you're not open to feedback or following a proven system or making adjustments based upon expert guidance, you won't get the full value of the program. People who want somebody else to do everything for them. This isn't a done for you service. You will get the training, tools, and support, but you need to put in the work. And I repeat, you guys, you got to put in the work. And see, the thing is, we put in the work for other people at those 9 to 5 jobs, right? You get up every morning, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, right? Sometimes you eat breakfast, sometimes you don't. You get into that car of yours, you sit in traffic for about an hour, and then you go punch a time clock into somebody else's business, right? And then you trade that time. If you can work for someone else, why not put in the work for yourself with your own business? Make it make sense. So again, you'll get training, tools, and support, but if you need to put in the work, but you need to put in the work to build and grow your own online business. People who lack basic tech and aren't willing to learn. While the program is simple and beginner friendly, if you refuse to learn basic online business tools, it will be difficult to implement the strategies. Anyone who isn't willing to invest in their business. That's one of the main things. If you're not even willing to start, then we can't help you. I cannot help you. If you do not put in your email address, your first name and email address, I can't help you because you're not connected with me. You're just scrolling on the outside of the sidelines. So anyone who isn't willing to invest in their business, building a profitable online business requires some level of investment, whether it's in tools, marketing, or ongoing education. If you're unwilling to invest in yourself, you may not be ready for this. And this is not for people so you may not be ready for this if you're not willing to invest in yourself. Make it make sense now. All right, so these are the 4 digital products that we have to offer. So this one is, and guess what? These are done for you digital products that you did not have to create. The Launchpad. This will make you can learn the skills to make $100 a day with this Launchpad, and you'll have the master resale rights or MRR to one digital product only. So if you get a customer, you can make up to $100 a day with this product. But if it's this product only, because the rest of these you will not have the master resale rights to it because they will not be on your website. So that's $100 a day. That's up to $36,000 a year with this one. It's not life changing money, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty good, you know. It could pay off a few bills and take care of a few things that you need to take care of. Now, this one right here, this more of the life changing money right here. The $300 passive daily pay blueprint. You can have the master. You'll have the master resale rights to two digital products. This one and this one, so you can resell both of these two. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is the one that I started out with. I started out with this one. And guess what, you guys? I'm going to explain the payment plans in a minute. But yeah, you can learn the skills to make up to $300 a day with this one. $300 a day. You know, that's $109,000 a year. So how would that change your life? But again, you'll have the master resale rights to these two products only. So you can resell this one and the $100 launch pad. But you cannot resell the other two because they will not be on your website. All right, so next one is the $600 digital mastery. This will give you the master resale rights to three digital products, three e-learning digital products that you don't even have to create. And these are done for you products, and it's a done for you system that you're going to get. So yeah, $600. You can learn the skills and make up to $600 a day. That's $218,000 a year. How would that change your life? How would it? And you'll have the master resale rights to three digital products. You can resell this one, and this one, but not this one. All right, make it make sense. Now this one's the elite package right here. This is a $900 program, Legacy Builders, and you would have the master resale rights to all four digital products, like what I have right now. Because I started out with this one, but eventually I upgraded to this one. So, and this is you can learn the skills step by step on how to make up to 900 a day from your cell phone, right? You know, $900 a day. That's $6,300 a week, right? $6,300 a week. That's $328,000 a year. How would that change your life? How would it change your life? And again, you guys, you'll have master resale rights. Master resale rights. And all this right here is a $1,900 value. You would get this for only $900. 900 bucks. So not bad. And guess what? You can start with zero down today. You can start with zero down today with a payment plan. With a payment plan. And yes, I do offer payment plans on my website because guess what? When I first started, I couldn't afford the whole thing. You know, I couldn't afford the whole thing, so I started with a payment plan. Now I started with the $300 one. This one right here. This is the one that I started with. And eventually I worked my way up to this one. So before I show you the payment plan options, I want to show you this real quick. Fast track profitability. Access to our easy follow 30-day launch pad and create and eliminate unnecessary and streamline for your success. Right? Pre-built website and automation. Gain instant access to a pre-built high converting website set up in a few hours for just $39. And yes, you can start with zero down today as far as your main program, but you will have to pay a $39 website access fee. A $39 website access fee. That's going to give you access to our community, your e-learning training digital platform, your back office, which is your automated system. And you'll have access to me as well. You'll be able to call me. You'll be able to ask me questions. You'll have access to me as well. So, you're getting a very good deal here. And you'll have access to a supportive community of 57,000 people who are also in this together. We're not in competition with each other at all, but we help each other. So, and that's what our community is for. So, You could do a faceless brand mastery. And you know, that's what I love about this business. You never have to show your face. You never have to show your face. You can do this business completely faceless. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but you have not seen my face one time on this live stream. I'm doing this completely faceless. Only thing you're seeing is the curtains in my room and seeing my computer screen, but you're not see. Now you do see my face in this picture on the live stream, and the picture emoji, and on my YouTube, channel's homepage, but you don't see my face picture right here. So yes, you can do this faceless, you guys, and all you do is talk. Sometimes you don't even have to talk either, so it's really up to you. But the point is, you have to show up for yourself, because guess what? If you want people to know who you are, you guys, you have to put yourself out there. If you want people to know what you're promoting and what you have, you got to put yourself out there so people know who you are. If you don't put yourself out there, people will not know who you are, and this business won't work for you. So again, I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to my 9 to 5 workers and my gig workers who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they're looking for a way out. Those are the people that I'm talking to. So everybody else, you can scroll on up or scroll on down. So you're getting a lot of value here, lots of value. You'll get easy tech strategies, get instant access to top quality tech support. So you will have tech support in our community in this business as well, and easy to follow instructions for you to learn the new skills as a newbie. So this is a beginner friendly business, you guys. You don't have to know anything about this. Just come as you are, and come messy. Come messy. You don't have to start perfect. And that's why a lot of people never start a business, because they overthink it. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to do this. Look, you don't have to be great to get started. All you have to do is get started. Then you can work towards being great later. But just get started. Because action takers are the money makers. Am I right about it? Am I right? You guys know I'm right. I find it so funny. You guys will go on other live streams and you guys leave long, detailed comments and you'll hoop and holler. But when it comes to this, you guys are as quiet as mouses. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, if it was me, I'd be asking questions. I would be literally asking questions. But y'all be quiet as mouses on here. But y'all go and scream and holler on somebody else's live. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, so I want to show you the programs that we have right here. So this is, again, I'm going to show you the pages here. Let me show you the pages. All right, so this is our $900 program. We do have, I do offer payment plan options. Okay. So if you use PayPal a lot, there are payment plans with PayPal. And if you don't use PayPal, you can use this. It's the debit card version. Now what you're going to see here, you'll see Klarna, Linked, and Amazon Pay. And you'll also see Afterpay. Now I want to show you the options that we have for Klarna. $55, under $56 a month. You can't beat that for a $900 value business that's going to teach you all the skills how to be your own boss. How to eventually you can create your own digital products. We actually have business owners who actually invest in this business because they don't know how to market their brick and mortar business. Guess what? Even if you open up a brick and mortar business, you got to have some kind of marketing skills. If you don't have marketing skills with your brick and mortar business, rather it's a electronics shop, a clothing store, or even a restaurant or whatever, or even some kind of accounting firm or something. If you don't know how to skills to promote your business, you're going to go out of business very quickly. So some kind of level, you got to have some kind of marketing skills to promote that brick and mortar business that you own. And a lot of people invest in this business not because not because they want to promote this business. I mean, you don't have to promote this business if you don't want to. A lot of people invest in this business because they want the education. It teaches them how to better market their brick and mortar business so they can be successful business owners in their brick and mortar business. Does anybody know what a brick and mortar business is? A brick and mortar business is a physical location business where you actually go physically and get in your car or Uber or whatever, and you actually have to drive there or walk there to go to that business. So, and those businesses, they require foot traffic. But a business like this is completely online. It's an online business because you can't touch it. You cannot touch it. It's digital. I can't touch this. This is digital. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. But you can have an online business where you're making passive income from your cell phone, from this cell phone right here. This phone that you're looking at this with and that I'm talking to you on, you can make passive income in your sleep if you learn the skills to do so. But that's up to you. But yeah, you can have a business for $55 a month, right? Zero down today. Only thing you pay today is your $39 website fee, your website domain, and your professional email domain. Now, for your website domain, you can go to GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com. This is where you're going to go to get your website. Look, I'm showing you guys everything you need to know on how to get started. So I'm looking for action takers. So if you're not an action taker, you can keep scrolling. If you like working that 9 to 5 job, right? If you like doing Uber and DoorDash and Lyft, hey, if you like it, I love it. This is not for you. This is not for you. I'm looking for people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of working that 9 to 5 job that they know they don't like. That's keeping them broke, busted, and disgusted. Right? People who are sick and tired and who's had it up to the top of their head of putting strangers into their car, right? Driving these strangers for miles at a time up and down these highways and doing Uber and Lyft. People who are tired of getting restaurant food and getting people's lunch and dinners and getting groceries and carrying them up and down flights of stairs. Those are my people that I'm talking to. So I'm looking for my people. If that's not you, you can keep going. Again, if you like doing that dead end job, go ahead and do it. Hey, if you like it, I love it. So anyway, so yes, you're going to go here to GoDaddy.com and you will get your email domain and your professional website domain. And they're very, very reasonable. And they cost anywhere from, me personally, my website domain is legacywithsteven.com because you're going to create a website domain in GoDaddy.com. You're going to create that here. That's where you're going to create it at. And mine costs like what, $11.12 a year. Now, initially I paid for my professional email because you're going to need a professional email with this business because you do not want to use a Gmail or a Yahoo email because that will go to spam when you send that to your leads. Does anybody know what a lead is? Let me know if you don't know what a lead is. Leads are people in your system, emails in your system, and they remain there until they decide if they want to buy from you. So that's what leads are. There are leads, and once they buy from you, then they become your customer. All right? Then they'll become your customer. So that's what leads are. But what I pay for my professional email domain is $23.99. So between that, your website domain and the $39 website fee, that's probably about $74, maybe $85. It really depends. It could be more. For me, it was $74 altogether. It could be more, it could be less. But most of you guys are like, oh, it's too expensive. I don't want to invest. Well, see, that's a problem right there. And that's what's keeping you stuck. It's your mindset. You gotta have a boss mentality mindset to do this business. You need to have a boss like mindset. It's your mindset that keeps you back, it's your comfort zone that keeps you back. And let me tell you guys something, the comfort zone, there is no success there. Long term, there is no success there. It may feel good at the moment, but in the long run, it keeps you stuck. In order to overcome that you got to step outside your comfort zone. And yes, it doesn't feel great. It feels scary because, but that's all right because it's something new. It's something that you've never done before. And I had to do the same thing. I had to develop the mindset of being a business owner instead of being an employee. Put a one in the chat if I'm making sense to you. Put a two in the chat if I'm not making sense to you. Make it make sense now. So no, you don't have to put anything down today for your main business program. For this main business program, you don't have to put anything down today, but you do have to pay the $39 website fee, your and your website domain. And again, you're going to customize those that fits your personality and that fits your personal brand because you are branding you. All right. Now I'm going to show you another one. I want to show you another one. So guess what, you guys? You could have a business for as low as $100 a day. And the reason why I'm showing this because everybody's not looking to make $900. Some of you, because we all have different goals in mind. Some of us may be looking to make, learn the skills to make $100 a day, and that's fine. So what you're gonna get here, you could have a business for under $18 a month, for 6 payments under $18 a month. And you can start with zero down today. Zero down today, you can start. And guess what? Your business can be up and running within 24 hours. Now, me, it took a couple of days to set up mine, but that's because I have I got family I'm seeing about here at home, so I fit it into the pockets of my day. But that's okay. There's no competition, there's no rush. You set up your own business at your own pace. And they will have video modules on that's going to teach you exactly how to set up your business step by step. Step by step. Okay, but you can have a business for less than under $18 a month with zero down today. Look, if you can't afford $17 a month, I don't know what to tell you. You could easily come up with that. Come on now. Guess what? You put everything else on the payment plan, right? Right? You put everything else with Klarna, Afterpay. You shop on Amazon all the time, Sheen, Temu, TikTok Shop. Y'all use Klarna and Afterpay for that stuff all the time. Use Affirm all the time for all that stuff. Why not use that for a business that where you can learn the skills step by step, a beginner friendly business where you can learn the skills to make passive income from your phone and you can make reoccurring income every month. Make it make sense now. You have reoccurring bills every month. Why not have a reoccurring income? Make it make sense. So we gotta get out of that consumer mindset and get into that boss like mindset. Because being a consumer, that's what's going to keep you broke, busted, and disgusted. But shifting that mindset around, that's gonna help you be more successful in the future. But like I said, if you're just coming in, if you don't know who I am, my name is Steven. I am an online business coach. I'm a former 9 to 5 worker, and now I teach others 9 to 5 workers and gig workers how to make passive income from their cell phone. So I am looking for action takers. If that's not you, you can keep scrolling. Because action takers are the money makers. But yeah, I was just explaining. I'm not going back, but I was just explaining. You can have an online business for as low as under $18 a month. If you can't afford that a month, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. We put everything else on a payment plan. You'll go out and put a big flat screen TV on a payment plan, right? Right? You'll go out and use a firm and stuff at Walmart, even Klarna at Walmart, right? Buying all this junk that you don't need. That's not going to give you a long-term return on your investment. All that material stuff is not going to give you long-term value, but you can invest in this and learn the skills from an online class where you can learn the skills and make passive income in your sleep. You can make $100 a day in your sleep while you're spending time with your significant other, while you're going out to dinner, while you're cooking dinner. All the stuff that you like to do, enjoy in life, you can make passive income doing this. But no, a lot of you guys like to sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else make money. Why you keep sitting on the sidelines when you can do the exact same thing? Come on now, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, you guys. Make it make sense. So now, I showed you that. If you want to know more about it, I'll just give you a slight glimpse of it. If you want to learn more about it, if you want to get connected with me, go to my link in the direct pinned comments, legacywithsteven.com. What you do is put in your first name and email, and let's connect. I would love to get to know you. You can check out the website. There is no pressure here. You take your time and look, and you can decide for yourself if this is right for you or not. But at least you gave yourself a chance to at least check it out if it's not for you. If you go through it and it's not for you, you can unsubscribe at any time. When you go to my website and you put in your first name and email, you're not buying anything. You're just looking. It's free to look at. You'll also get a free PDF copy from me of the blueprint in your first email from me. And let's connect. And I would love to get to know you. And I would love to help you with your journey to becoming a business owner. Because I know it's not easy to step out there and invest in yourself. It's not easy. But action takers are the money makers. If you want to be successful, you got to put yourself out there. Got to do it. There's no other way. Look, you can either invest in yourself, or you can keep working that dead-end job and invest in somebody else who did. You can invest in that boss who did decide to invest in himself, or that corporation. You're going to keep working for somebody else who did decide to invest in themselves. Every time you work that 9 to 5 job, every time you go do Uber and DoorDash and all that stuff, guess what? The people who own those apps, you're making them more richer while you're just surviving and getting more broke. While you're putting more wear and tear on your car. Guess what? That CEO of that app, he's hanging out somewhere in Dubai with a mistress while you're over here just barely surviving. Come on now, make it make sense. But you know why? Because that business owner, he decided to invest in himself. He decided to pour millions of dollars into an app that you use every day. Make it make sense. The company that you work for, that person with a fake toupee on his head, guess what? He's out there with his mistress somewhere in Las Vegas somewhere or whatever. Guess what? He's having a time of his life while you're working at that job that you don't like, while you're just surviving. Make it make sense. I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm here to give. I told you guys in the beginning of this live stream, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to educate you. I'm not here to put you down. I'm here to give you a reality check. I'm here to educate you and let you know that there's a way out. And some of you have been praying for a way out. But guess what? Here's your answer right here. But I notice a lot of you just scrolling away. But you know what you're doing? You're passing over opportunities. You're passing over an opportunities. You know what being poor means? What does being poor means? Put in the chat if you know what being poor means. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't know what being poor means. I find it funny that you guys will go run your mouths and type away in the comments section on other live streams. That's not going to get you anywhere. But when it comes to these kind of live streams and other people like myself, oh, guess what? You're as quiet as a mouse. You are as quiet as a mouse, and that's absolutely crazy. Now, if I was on your side right now, I'd be asking questions. I would be asking questions, and guess what, you guys? I love questions, but hey, I don't know everything. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know everything, but I know something about digital marketing. I know digital marketing is changing my life. Now, do I make passive income every single day? No, but I am learning the skills to get there. I would rather make passive income once or twice a week than to go back to a nine for somebody else making $50,000 a year, or $100,000 a year. Because guess what? When you work for an employer, somebody else is in control of your income. When you work for yourself, when you work for yourself, you are in control of your income. You make the decisions yourself. When you work for an employer, they make the decisions. That's a dangerous spot to be in when you work the job for so many years. Then all of a sudden, that boss can fire you or lay you off. Because once that job is gone, that income is gone right along with it. But when you have a business for yourself, you don't ever have to worry about getting fired. You don't ever have to worry about getting laid off. Because guess what? You call the shots. You set your own hours. You make your own schedule. And that's the point I'm trying to get to you today. All right, you guys. So I am fixing to leave here. I'm fixing to close. But I definitely want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this. Before I end this live stream tonight, before I go, I want to leave you guys with this. And I want to leave you something to think about. Before you clock into work today, before you get into that car and do your gig work, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, I want you to think about this. Every time you put a stranger into your car, every time you pick up groceries or someone's lunch or dinner and go up flights of stairs and drop it off at their house or apartment, when a customer talks down to you or curses you out because you were late with their food or their order was messed up, or when you get a teed off stranger in the back seat of your vehicle because they were waiting for their ride or you missed the directions. When you're out there tired, frustrated, exhausted, waiting for that next ping on your phone for another ride or pickup gig, when your boss yells at you at your regular 9 to 5 job, I want you to ask yourself this question. Is this really what I want to be doing a year from now, or the year after that, or the year after that? Do I want to be doing this for the rest of my life until I draw my last breath on this earth? Because here's the truth, you guys. Here's the truth. You cannot build freedom if you're spending it every single day helping somebody else to build theirs. The hours you spend driving around or punching a time clock could be the same hours learning a skill that pays you in your sleep. Every time you say, I don't have time for this, I don't have the money for this, what you're really saying is, I'm okay with being stuck. And I know deep down, you're not okay with staying stuck. What you're also saying is that you haven't made your future, your life, or your priority important enough yet. That's why you're here on this live tonight. And when something is truly important to you, when something isn't truly important to us, we make time for it no matter what, no matter the sacrifice, no matter the situation. You want more. You just don't know how yet. And that's exactly what I'm here to show you. So the next time you're out there doing deliveries or your boss is getting on your nerves, I want my words to echo in your head. You deserve better. You deserve change. But change only starts when you put your foot down and finally say, enough is enough is enough is enough. A legacy starts with a choice, your choice. And tonight or today just might be the night or day you make that choice. So, if you're not following along with me, definitely subscribe to this channel. And I would love to get to know you. I would love to connect with you. And I do these live streams 6 days a week, and I take Sundays off. So, all right, you guys, I'm getting ready to log off of here for tonight, and I will see you guys here around this time tomorrow. Y'all take care.